65 million years ago, one rock changed the fate of Earth. An asteroid, nearly 10 kilometers wide, slammed into our planet, wiping out around 75% of all species, including the dinosaurs.
But what if it missed? What if the dinosaurs never disappeared? What if they kept evolving, becoming faster, stronger, more intelligent, and after millions of years, how would they perform against the most dangerous species Earth would ever produce? Let's find out. The asteroid misses. The skies stay blue. The forests remain untouched. The dinosaurs survive. Millions of years pass. Then tens of millions. Mountains rise, ice ages come and go.
The continents continue to drift, and the dinosaurs change with them. The fastest hunters become even faster. Some species evolve thicker feathers to survive freezing climates. Others develop sharper eyesight, better hearing, more efficient lungs. Every generation becomes slightly better than the last. Natural selection never rests. By the time 65 million years have passed, the dinosaurs have ruled the Earth for over 225 million years. Every forest, every mountain, every open plain belongs to them. For 65 million years, they have dominated Earth, and no one can challenge them. Or so they think. For over 225 million years, they have ruled the planet. Every predator, every ecosystem, every continent. They survived volcanic eruptions, changing climates, continents splitting apart. They conquered almost every corner of the Earth. But evolution has one rule. Nothing stays on top forever. Because while dinosaurs spent 65 million years perfecting their bodies, evolution had been quietly working on something else. In a small corner of Africa, a curious ape stood upright. It didn't have claws, it didn't have armor, it couldn't outrun a raptor, it couldn't overpower a T-Rex. By every rule of nature, it should have gone extinct. Instead, it began inventing the deadliest weapon the planet had ever seen. Not sharper teeth, not stronger muscles. Knowledge. Generation after generation, it learned to stand upright, to free its hands, to work together, to remember, to teach. Around 61.7 million years after the asteroid misses, our ancestors begin shaping simple stone tools. Nothing impressive, just broken rocks with sharp edges. But every generation makes them better. Stone flakes become hand axes. Knowledge begins to accumulate. Millions of years pass. Then, around 64.2 million years after the asteroid misses, humans master fire. It keeps predators away. It cooks food. It hardens wooden spears. And around every campfire, knowledge passes from one generation to the next. Ideas begin evolving faster than bodies. Thousands of years later, wooden spears gain carefully crafted stone tips. Hunters stop chasing prey. Instead, they plan, they surround, they trap, they work together. Finally, around 64.7 million years after the asteroid misses, Homo sapiens arrive. For the first time in more than 225 million years, the rulers of Earth faced something entirely new. Not a stronger predator, not a faster predator, a smarter one.
The hunt is about to begin. On one side, the dinosaurs, millions of years of perfected evolution, razor-sharp teeth, bone-crushing jaws, towering strength, explosive speed, nature's ultimate predators. On the other, humans. No claws, no armor, no incredible speed, just language, teamwork, planning, fire, tools, and an almost limitless ability to adapt. One species mastered the world by becoming the perfect animal. The other mastered the world by refusing to stay one. So, who wins? At first, the answer is obvious. The dinosaurs. A single human caught alone wouldn't stand a chance. But humans were never alone. They studied, they learned migration routes, they discovered which predators hunted by sight and which hunted by smell. They turned rivers into traps, cliffs into weapons, fire into protection. Every defeat became a lesson. Every lesson became an advantage. Eventually, humans would become the dominant force across the open world. Grasslands, rivers, coastlines. Wherever cities could rise, civilization followed. But even at the height of human power, there were places we could never truly conquer. The oldest forests, swamps where sunlight barely reached the ground, mountain ranges too steep to settle, vast jungles stretching for hundreds of kilometers. They remained dinosaur territory. A herd of 20-ton titanosaurs cannot simply be hunted to extinction. A pack of intelligent raptors that has learned to avoid human traps becomes harder to hunt with every generation. Every expedition beyond civilization would be a gamble. Roads would stop where the wilderness began. Entire regions of the map would remain blank, not because humans lacked the technology, but because the cost of claiming them would never be worth it. Humanity would own the cities. The dinosaurs would own the wild. Two worlds. One built by intelligence, one ruled by nature. Every journey beyond that invisible frontier would feel like walking into another world. So, did the asteroid save humanity, or did it save the dinosaurs from humanity? We'll never know, because 65 million years ago, one rock didn't just change Earth's history, it erased an entire future. One rock decided the ending before the story even began.